Hi and welcome to my show and tell for the month of July. I have a lot to go over, so let's just get started. If there's any topic that you are specifically interested in or specifically not interested in, I will have timestamps in the description box below, so let's get going. I'm gonna start with memories because the last time that I filmed I was a little I had pre-filmed a little bit too early because there were still a couple of things in June that happened that I wasn't even able to share in the June show and tell. So either at the end of June or the start of July, I did a reading for Jordan from the channel Jordan and McKay. I shared them in my previous show and tell that I had really been enjoying their content, and I am in their Discord server, which has been a lot of fun. And I did a reading for her and it was super fun to do. I did it free of charge just because, I don't know, I get a lot out of their content, so I was just really happy to do that back for her. And she really enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna, of course, talk about the contents of the reading, but she really enjoyed her reading and it made me so validated, and she talked about me on her live stream, so I'll put in a clip of that.
But I will plug, there is a YouTube channel, a fan of ours who has a YouTube channel called Tarot with Ruby, and she did a reading for me that was absolutely fucking phenomenal. So go subscribe to her channel. Again, it's Tarot with Ruby. She's amazing.
I don't know, it just felt so validating. Another thing that happened in month of July is that I got a job. I literally don't remember if I talked about it in the June show and tell. I don't think it was completely settled, but I have talked about it in my video this month where I worked on my grimoire because I did a tarot spread for myself on whether or not I should say yes to the job, and I ended up saying yes to it. So I am going to be a teacher next school year for a grade 4 class, so that is super exciting. So that is another thing that happened in the month of July. Of course, we're not in school yet. The week of August 17th is my first week back, where we're gonna prepare all the stuff, and then the week after that, I believe the week of August 22nd is the first week back to school. So I'm excited, but I'm also really nervous. I'm kind of scared. It's my first real teacher job, not as a student because I am about to graduate. It's exciting but nerve-wracking. Another super fun thing that we did in the month of July was that we were house sitting for my parents-in-law. So there were a couple of videos up on the channel that had a different background because I was in my parents-in-law's home. So they went on vacation for 2 weeks and they have a beautiful home with a big garden and they have a pool. So we actually did have a little pool party, which was really fun as well. And we had some of the hottest days that we've seen in this summer yet. So it was amazing that we were having that pool that we could just cool off in. And it was just a lot of fun. And it's just always fun to sort of get out, and that is literally the holiday or our vacation this summer because we are both graduating and we don't really have a whole lot of money to really go on vacation. So we aren't going on vacation, but that house sitting was sort of our vacation. I also talked about it briefly in my June show and tell, but because I had pre-filmed that, I didn't really get to share how fun my channel membership ended up being. So I have launched my channel membership in the month of July, end of June. We don't have a lot of members in there yet, which I don't mind. We are having a lot of fun because there's also a private Discord server in the channel membership, and that has been the most fun for me, that we get to chat about tarot, and we've chatted about tarot decks, about specific tarot cards. We went through our collections our collections to take a look at the Queen of Swords, at the Devil card, and some others as well, to share our favorites and our interpretations of those cards. And I have actually literally learned a lot about that already, and it was just really fun to do, to get to know some of you. So if you are interested in becoming a channel member, you can click the join button, and for $1.99 a month you get access to both the private Discord server as well as the video version of my weekly podcast that I have, Coffee and Cards. I do a weekly forecast through tarot and astrology on there, and you can listen to the podcast for free with the audio version on Anchor or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. But the video version is channel member exclusive. So if you like want to see the cards that I draw for the podcast, you're gonna have to see the video version. And Discord, if you don't know, is, in my opinion, like a better and more modern and more organized version of Facebook. It's basically like a chat room, but organized in different channels, and it's really fun. Another thing that I finally did in July, this has been a long time coming. I don't remember when I got my helix piercing pierced, but I used to have studs in them for the longest time and I didn't like them, but I was too lazy to go get them replaced, but I finally did it. So now I have 2 little rings. It's not focusing, but it's fine, it's not focusing. And they got a little bit infected just because the piercer really had to like jam the rings into there, sort of. So that was not fun. Oh, I also got these earrings and I love them so much. Anyway, that was another memory in July that I'm really excited about, to finally have my rings in my helix piercings. The last memory that I want to talk about for the month of July is that I got a second monitor for my computer setup. So I have a MacBook Air. I'll insert a picture of my setup right now. And I have this 13-inch MacBook Air 2020 edition, I think. And I really missed like a second screen or just more screen space. So I got this 24-inch monitor, and I got that specifically with a computer upgrade that I have in mind, because I want to get the 24-inch iMac, like, I don't know, in a couple of months time, and that one will match inside. So I'm super excited about that. I literally got it, I don't know, a week ago or something, not even a week ago. I think I got it for like 5 days. But it's been amazing, and I've been loving to play The Sims on there. I've been loving to watch my YouTube videos on a bigger screen, to edit my own videos on a bigger screen, and just have Discord open on my MacBook, which I literally have right now as well. So, been loving it. I'm so excited, and I am so mad at myself that I didn't do it sooner, because it's so helpful. Now we're gonna get into YouTube that I watched and some of my own videos that I want to highlight. I watched so much because it's the summer, it's like summer vacation, summer break here, so I've had a lot of time. And there were a couple of things that I wanted to highlight. First, I binged a bunch of videos from Nerdforge. I want to highlight specifically her video on rebacking all of her Harry Potter books. I'll link that down below. Really fun. She is so talented and so entertaining, and her videos are so well made. So I definitely recommend that. She does like bookbinding, she does all these like miniature things, she makes such beautiful things. I don't know how she does it, but she's amazingly talented, and I highly recommend you check her out. Another one that I found actually through like the favorites roundup of June from Dustin from Modern Metaphysicae, I don't know how to pronounce that, but he talks about Ashley King, and she's a painter, and she has really well done, aesthetically looking and interesting videos that I also sort of binge watch, because she literally has all of her videos in a playlist, and I just had that playlist running for a couple of days, and it was really fun and entertaining. And she actually sort of got me interested in painting myself, which I'll talk about later in this video. And another painter YouTuber that I found that I really enjoyed was I'm a Wonder, and she does these paintings that she shares, and she does a voiceover, I believe. So I don't know, I've really been enjoying her art style. Like, I really like her art style. So I'll link her down below as well. And then something else that happened, it wasn't even on YouTube, it happened on Twitch. But I have been really enjoying playing The Sims again and watching Sims YouTubers. I'm pretty sure I talked about that in my June favorites, like my June show and tell. However, Little Simsy had Rick Astley on her Twitch stream. And Rick Astley is like from the Rickrolling joke, so from the Never Gonna Give You Up. And he's like, I don't know, 50 now, but he is so nice, he is so charismatic, and he was so fun on stream. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link either the stream with the timestamp or her video on it, or just both, because she did make a video on it and it was really fun. But I really enjoyed seeing the entire thing, which is about an hour long, in her stream. So I'll link that down below. It was so fun. It was so fun. Like, imagine like if you are in this community, this little Sims community of, in this case, Little Simsy, and there's a bunch of like jargon, there's a bunch of inside jokes within the Sims community, and Rick Astley, just a random like huge celebrity that doesn't know anything about Sims, is being thrown in there and is being shown all these super niche things. It was just really funny. It was really funny. Let's take a look at what I posted on YouTube and which ones I really enjoyed. Of course, I enjoy literally all the videos that I make. Otherwise, I would not post them. Ooh, there's a video coming out this Sunday that I'm really excited about. It's not up yet by the time filming, but it's like the previous video before this one, where I did a VR to one deck for each sign, and it was so much fun to look it all up and to go through my entire collection and to sort of pick out which tarot deck I associate to each zodiac sign. So that is super fun. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll link it down below. Oh, I did another VR to the Good Mood decks, which I really enjoyed. I did quite a few VRs actually. I also did the Irreplaceable Decks VR. I am really happy about my sort of instructional video on how to do a deck interview. I really like that. So if you aren't familiar with doing a deck interview or you want to learn it, I sort of did a tutorial on doing a deck interview. Oh right, and I'm really proud of my video where I went through the Witchling Academy tarot. So I went through the entire deck, through the entire story, and I walked you through it in that video, as well as the 5 Mass Market tarot. I'm sorry, I'm just looking through this stuff and I'm really excited about everything that I have posted in the month of July. I'm sorry, I'm just really, I don't know, I'm really proud of it. I think it's a Leo season talking to me. Now let's go into books. So I bought 2 books that are about painting. So I did already have watercolor paints, so I decided to pick up The Joy of Watercolor. I literally picked this up for like €6 on Vinted. I still had to pay like also €6 on shipping, but still cheaper than if I would have bought it on Amazon, and now it's secondhand, so that's better. But this book is by Emma Block. She also has one on gouache, I believe, I don't know. But she has these really simple, beginner-friendly tutorials, and she says what colors you need for each one. So this one is a botanical wreath, and she says what colors you need, and she walks you through the entire process. And there are beginner ones, there are more advanced ones, intermediate. So I feel like if I walk through this entire book and do all the beginner paintings, then walk through it and do the, which is next, intermediate or advanced? Please let me know in the comments down below. Do you have like beginner, intermediate, advanced, or beginner, advanced, intermediate? I feel like intermediate is like in between, so I feel like that one should come second. I literally don't know. And then another one that I picked up, this is for acrylics. So learn to paint in acrylics with 50 small paintings. And the author, literally Mark Daniel Nelson, he walks you through all these little paintings, and they go from super easy, like you're literally just exploring with one color or 2 technically, and you're gonna learn how to mix different quantities of the colors, and you're gonna explore the consistency, mixing properties of the acrylic paints. Then next is a sunset, where you're gonna practice like layering. And then the next one that I'm gonna do is this one, where we're gonna start mixing colors. And it walks you through all of these paintings in a really logical order it's like a course on painting with acrylics, but in a book, with all making like small paintings. So instead of having all these like little exercises to do that don't really make up like a painting, like seeing something that you've made, you actually end up making something. And before I get more into my creative stuff, I'm gonna share one last book thing, which is more a journal thing. But this is my grimoire. I showed you that I had worked in my grimoire, and I'm really happy with how it is turning out so far. I walk you through everything that I have so far in my grimoire. I haven't worked on it since I have a bunch of ideas of spells and rituals that I want to put in this. I think this is so gorgeous, and I'll link this journal down below in case you're interested. It's like a linen cover, and the pages are also gilded silver as well as the embossing here. Let's talk about creative stuff. I did not crochet anything, so I didn't make anything with crochet or sewing. I'm going to share you my paints, okay? If you don't care about paints, it's fine. Just hop on to the next one because I'm going to talk about decks that are new on my wishlist next, which you will definitely want to see. But if you are interested in paints, then this is the watercolor set that I have. It's by Winsor & Newton. It's the Cotman. This is not the normal one, but this is the complete pocket set. So there's one pocket set, which has, I think, 14 colors. This one has 16. And it's a really cute, small little palette. As you can see, I've definitely mixed up some colors already. And I'm really liking this. And I'm super excited to whip this out and to get started with the Joy of Watercolor book. I haven't made anything with watercolors, but I have made something with acrylics. And the paints that I've bought for those is this set of from Amsterdam. So I got this. And the yellow, the Azo yellow was double, and I didn't have any ochre yellow. So I reached out to the store where I bought it from, and they decided to give me an entire new set. So I got a new set. And the exact same problem was with that set. So I didn't have any ochre yellow. However, the next day we were going to go into the city, and I knew that there was a little craft store. So I picked up some ochre yellow, as well as this is titanium buff deep, because it's a color that looks similar to what I need for in the book that I'm gonna need a lot. So I got a lot of acrylic paint right now. And I bought this little sketch pad for my paintings, for my acrylic paintings. So I swatched them, I tried to sort of blend them and get a little blending exercise in, and then I got to painting the little paintings from the book. So this is painting number 1, the moonrise, and this is painting number 2, the sunrise. I am not a super artistic person, I definitely know that. I do not have a talent for artistry, but I do really enjoy it. So yeah, that is that. Let's talk about decks that are new on my wish list. I got quite a few. 2 of them are for only available for pre-order, starting with the Pulp Girls Tarot. It looks so fun. I don't know, it looks like literally like an RWS clone, but style. Like, I don't even know Pulp Fiction. I don't know what that is. I've seen the movie once, and I don't think this is necessarily related. I know there's a whole thing about pulp. I don't know. Call me uncultured. I won't be offended. But that one is coming out in September. And there's another one up for pre-order that is going to come out in October, and it's the Cozy Witch Tarot, and it's from the same creator as the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle, Amanda Lovelace, or Lovelace. Anyway, I love the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle, and I'm really excited for this Cozy Witch Tarot. It looks that like it's the same exact art style and similar sort of characters, so I'm really excited about that. Another one that I have put on my wish list that I may or may not have purchased by the time this comes out, I don't know yet, but it's the Wandering Star Tarot. It looks so fun. I love the bold colors, I love the art style. I also really like there are keywords in the cards, because I have been really wanting to either take my Centennial RWS or purchase like a cheap RWS deck and to put my own keywords in there and to put my own keywords on there. But the Wandering Star Tarot already has the keywords in there, and it looks just like a really, really fun deck. So that is definitely on my wish list. I also have the Pixies Astounding Lenormand on my wish list. I only have one Lenormand right now, and it's the Dreaming Ray Lenormand, and I really want to learn more about it. And the Pixies Astounding Lenormand is by the same creator as the original RWS tarot. So that is why I'm really interested in that. It looks really pretty. I really like it. And then I also have an oracle in my wish list that I added. And it's the Star Codes Astro Oracle. I added that to my wish list because I saw Vanessa Samina's pick a card reading for August, and she used that and it looks so pretty. I do have the Barbary Zodiac Oracle, so I don't know if I really need the Star Codes Astro Oracle, but the Star Codes Astro Oracle has more cards than the Barbary Zodiac Oracle, which only has the planets, the signs, and the 4 elements. And yeah, it looks really pretty. That is also one that I might buy alongside the Wandering Star. But I don't know yet. I don't know. If you want a sneak peek on whether or not I've purchased them, I'll link my wishlist down below. I have it on Throne. That is a wishlist that I created. So if you don't see them on there anymore, I have already purchased them for myself. But I decided to create a wish list because one of my channel members like recommended it. So I don't know, I had a wish list on Amazon before, but I felt really uneasy, and I've had this wish list option with Throne for a while because you have to be put on a waiting list for it, blah blah. Anyway, I'll have it, I'll link it down below. It is gonna be my birthday in August, so if I don't know, if you like gifting creator stuff, then I would highly appreciate it, but it's never ever pressured or anything like that. And then I have two more tarot decks that I added to my wish list. The Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, I really thought I was not interested in that. I've seen it on many people's channels, but then I saw it on a Velvet Moon Forest's channel, and she talked about it, and she paired it with the Moon Witch Oracle, which also looks really gorgeous. I really like the look of it. I do. So it's on my wish list. And then the last tarot deck that I literally added to my wish list today is the Children of Litha Tarot. I saw this on A Year in a Day's channel, which I'll also link down below, as well as Velvet Forest Moon's video. It looks so pretty. So I really wanted to get, I don't know, it's expensive, but really pretty, really beautiful, and really unique to my collection as well. Okay, so after all those decks that I added to my wish list, let's talk about decks that I decluttered. The first one is my True Heart Intuitive Tarot. I have the guidebook here. I no longer have the box. This has been in purgatory for a long time, and I think I have finally decided to part ways with this. I talked about this in my declutter video as well. Then I have my Muse Tarot. This is also a really hard one for me because I'm gonna open this, okay? Because I love the Light Years Tarot, which is by the same creator, Chris N. I did an entire deck study on this, you guys, and you can find that on my channel, where I went through the entire deck and thought of all these interpretations for all of the cards. I kid you not, this is the exact card that keeps coming up in the Muse Tarot. No matter how much I shuffle it, this always either jumps out or is at the bottom of the deck like it's right now. Ever since I got this deck in my hands, this is the card that jumps out. So let me know, is this a sign from the deck that I should keep it? This is the Two of Inspiration, so the Two of Wands, of exploring things, looking further, looking forward. So does that mean that I should continue my journey with this, or does it mean that the end is over and I should go help this look for a new home? I guess it's all up for interpretation. And then two smaller decks, the Rabbit Tarot as well as the Tarot of the New Vision. I just haven't been reaching for. I also decluttered the Earth Alchemy Oracle, but I sold that on Vinted. I'm gonna put these on Vinted as well. And then the last deck that I was supposed to declutter but that I am having a lot of doubts about is the Modern Witch Tarot, because I did a video on my Light Years vs or versus the Modern Witch Tarot, and even though I definitely prefer the Light Years Tarot, there's still lots to appreciate about the Modern Witch Tarot. So I don't know, the Modern Witch Tarot is the first deck that I ever got. I just smacked my leg, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the last category for the July show and tell, which is decks that I purchased, and I only purchased one so far. I'm filming this on the 29th. I could still pick up the Wandering Star as well as the Starcode's Astro Oracle. Jury's still out on that. But I purchased the Wake Me Up Tarot, and I'm so excited about this. I'm hoping to soon film a video on this and to do like an entire walkthrough, because there's something special about this deck. It's really modern. This is pretty much like what I want the This Might Hurt Tarot to be, because the This Might Hurt Tarot is so beloved by so many people, but it is just, for some reason, it doesn't feel like my world, and this definitely feels more like my world. There's a lot more digital things in here and things that I can strongly relate to. I don't know, I am super excited to do a sort of deck study walkthrough with you guys. I'm definitely gonna do that more live, I guess, not in an actual live stream. I'm really excited to share more about this deck. I also want to give you guys a heads up that this Sunday of this week, August 7th, is my birthday. And I have been thinking of doing a birthday live stream because my boyfriend has to work. My boyfriend has to work that day. He's a chef in a restaurant and he has to work he has to leave at 12, like at noon he has to leave. So I basically have the entire day for myself, and I thought I could like ask my friend to hang out, which I might still do, but I've also been thinking of doing a live stream and sort of, I don't know, just hanging out, having a drink, and celebrate my birthday on a live stream with you guys. So let me know if you like that idea. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna do that though. So this was my show and tell for the month of July. I would love to hear any of your thoughts on, I don't know, my memories, the fact that I started painting, any of the decks that I added to my wish list, or any of the decks that I decluttered. I would love to hear any thoughts that you have in the comments down below. Don't forget that you can join my channel membership if you are interested in the video version of my podcast, as well as access to the private Discord server. You also get access to like emojis and a little badge next to your name. So I think that's also really fun. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more deck chats as well as pick a card readings. But for now, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time.